What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to Storytime with your favorite Reddit fairy. My name is Lorna, and today we're getting into some r/ChoosingBeggars. So without further ado, let's get right into the cringe. It's the wrong color. How I lived with an orange couch in my kitchen. Posted by user llamalord_UK. Bad formatting because mobile, and some words different because I'm British. My family recently got a new sofa and recliner on the internet. This meant we had no need for our old one. After some snooping online, my dad found that one in the same condition was going for £250. We put it on bid for £200, or buy now for $350. After a couple of days of sharing a kitchen with a couch, the bid finishes and it goes for the starting price. Not a popular sofa. We're ecstatic that we no longer have to live in a house with a cramped kitchen. The day of pickup arrives, and after me and my step-uncle reassemble the chair and settee, the buyers come and the set is moved to the driveway, and my dad shows them the suite, and it goes like this, from what I'm told. The cast is my dad, choosing wife, and choosing husband. Choosing wife. It's the wrong color. Under her breath. Dad. Ma'am, the pictures were on eBay. Choosing wife. Let me go get my husband. She comes back with her husband from the van. Choosing husband. What's with these scratch marks? You said it was in good condition. Dad, I never said that. I said used with a bit of fading on the cushions. Choosing husband. I'm not paying for that. Dad, sir, you already bid on it. Choosing husband. I don't care, I'm not paying. Dad, when you bid on it, you say you're going to buy the item. If it was through PayPal, I'd already have your money. Choosing husband. Good thing it wasn't. We'd have gotten our money back anyway. Dad. Oh, you wouldn't, because the sofa would be yours. Choosing husband. Well then, we'd leave it here. Dad. Then it would be your property on my neighbor's driveway. Choosing wife, whispering in his ear the whole time. Choosing husband. We'll be going now, thank you. I don't know if they were trying to get it for free or what, but all I know, yeah. My dad has to go and dispute the bid on eBay, and we still have an orange sofa and chair in our kitchen. Oh no. Orange, eh? I wish you would have posted a photo. Actually, doesn't matter. You're too far away to ship that shit to me anyway. What a couple of asshats, man. Thank you, r/ChoosingBeggars, for helping my girlfriend not to be one. Posted by user Mr. Mr. Muscle Pants. I don't know where I was going with. You guys don't even want to know what my brain just made my mouth form words of. Oh my god. Okay, so earlier this year, due to bad weather, my girlfriend and I had the final part of a journey by train canceled. It wasn't a big deal. We were able to get a lift from her mom and were only slightly late in the end. Fast forward to 3 weeks later, and my girlfriend has a response for a request for a refund. Just over the cost of a single ticket from our original endpoint to where we ended our journey. I was happy and it seemed perfectly reasonable, but she wanted more. I guess to make up for the inconvenience. Normally I'd agree, but a tree falling across the line isn't really the company's fault, so asking for more than is the fair share is greedy, are my words, I believe. So thank you, and keep sharing stories. I was seeing in the comments there's some people arguing that she wasn't being a choosing beggar for wanting to get paid, reimbursed for her inconvenience, but I agree with OP. A tree falling across the train tracks is not the railway's fault. Like, come on, have a little decency. I understand you're inconvenienced, but you got part of your trip reimbursed, so I would be happy. I don't know. Some people, I think the people in the comments that are telling them that it isn't greedy might also have kind of their own slight choosing beggars syndrome happening. CBS. Choosing beggar syndrome. Oh god, okay. I need to go back to bed. over 50 years old, doesn't know how these donation-based stores work. Posted by user Poopsie66. I'm loving all these names today. All these usernames are just... There's nothing crazy about them, but my brain just loves them today. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's move on. I hope this belongs here. I recently quit a job where only 2 of us worked there, myself and my girlfriend, because the owners were impossible to deal with. They decided to close up the business instead of taking the month notice to try and hire someone else, and liquidated everything. They put insane prices on all the office furniture and walked everyone who came in through it all trying to sell it. Like cheap old leather office chairs you see on free curbside posts all the time for $25. They ended up selling nothing, and since they had to haul whatever they couldn't sell 5 hours away, they were getting desperate. I shit you not. The owner's wife called a large thrift store chain known for its goodwill and asked what they would pay for all the furniture, filing cabinets, etc. I wish I could have heard the person on the other end and their conversation with their coworkers after he/she got off the phone. Oh, come on, man. Why are people so stupid? Guys, this is just gonna be a giggle video. This is gonna be the... is today Wednesday? I need to check this out. Is it Wednesday today? Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's fuck it day. So let's get it. Let's go on to the next one. Okay. Funny choosing beggar. Posted by user Oh No Kami. So I had this broken phone that had been sitting at home for like 2 years. And because I blew a ton of money on concert tickets, I decided to try and sell it, to make up for a bit of what I spent. I set up the price for like $120. It's worth a lot more in my currency, and people start messaging me within hours. We get to negotiating. I get a couple of reasonable offers, and then this dude messages me. Obligatory, English is not my first language, etc, etc. FCB will be funny choosing beggar. Me will be, well, me. Funny choosing beggar. $10. Me thinking that maybe they missed a 0 or something. $10? Funny choosing beggar. $5. Me. I'm asking for $120? Funny choosing beggar. I'd pay that if it were in perfect condition. Me. In perfect condition, this phone is worth about $300. Funny choosing beggar. Yeah, but with that amount of money, I can get like 800 pounds of elastic bands and a can of Coke. Me. Completely caught off guard. That's genius. When you find a way to turn all that into a phone, you'll be all set. Good night and thanks for the interest. Funny choosing beggar. You're welcome. It was a once-in-a-lifetime offer. You're missing out. And, oh, it's 1,200 pounds of elastic bands. Me. Even better. You're better off saving your money and getting those elastic bands. I might even look into getting into that business. Funny choosing beggar. Okay. So if you give them your phone, they'll give you 1 paper clip, 4 elastic bands, and a can of Coke. You down? Me. Hold on. I thought I could get 1,200 pounds of elastic bands. Is the paperclip that expensive? Funny choosing beggar. That's because you can't exchange the paperclip when it gets old for a new one. Or 2,000 pounds of elastic bands. It's got a 1-year warranty. And then I sold the phone to someone. I had to close down the ad, and I couldn't reply to them anymore. I was so ready to argue with this person, and it turned out to be one of the funniest conversations I've had with a stranger. That is... what? It's so weird. Like, what... Why are you even looking up rubber bands and paper clips in the first place? Like, what? And a can of Coke? What? How do these things relate to each other? How are you looking at all these different things in one place? What are you doing? What? Oh, I'm so confused by this one, but I wish they would have kept the conversation going. Like, they could have waited a little bit to mark it as sold and kept the conversation going. God, I want to see more. Oh, it's good. Brother doesn't understand how things work. Posted by user Besieger13. My brother really wanted a car, but did not have the cash on hand to buy it. My parents figure they will help him out and pay for it up front, with the understanding from all parties that he will pay them back in full. I can't remember the exact amount, but let's say $5,000 to make things easier. Over the next year, he treats the car poorly and ends up paying $1,500 in repairs. He then tries to pay my parents back a total of only $3,500 because he already had to pay $1,500 in repairs. Dude, it's not your parents' fault that you had to make those repairs. Like, oh my god. These kids these days, they just... This is what happens when you cut funding to education, people. Oh, it's sad because it's true. Selling a house, a choosing beggar magnet. Posted by user Eerie-Karuru. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if this is not fit in this sub. It's just a bunch of short encounters with the choosing beggars we had the displeasure to meet in the process of selling our house. Short info. I inherited a house with a few apartments, which my fiance and I renovated over the last 2 years. Every inch of the house is renewed from the electric, piping, insulation, doors, and windows. You get the idea. We tried to sell it by ourselves because we thought it would get sold faster when people don't have to pay the real estate agent. They ask for about 6% commission from the buyer. But after a few months, we just had enough and gave it to an agency anyway. Well, so here are my top choosing beggars for you to enjoy. Choosing beggar number 1. A young woman and her husband made an appointment, looked at the house, and started to complain about the floors and plaster we choose, and wanted to knock off 30% of the price, about $100,000, because they must change every single floor and wall. Plus, they think the price is already too high because they must find tenants, and this will cost them time and money for ads, etc. Choosing beggar number 2. An 18-year-old came with her father and wanted the house as an investment. The father was nice, but his daughter was... yeah. She complained that there is no garden, which is understandable, but then she tried to knock off money and told us that she is only willing to buy it if we provide her with a garden. Her father tried to explain to her that this is not how it works, but she insisted it is our duty to provide her with a garden because every house needs one. Choosing beggar number 3. He came with a story about how he and his wife got divorced and he needs the house to get back on his feet. He can't pay us the amount we wanted, but we can get 50% of the rent until the house is fully paid off. Choosing beggar number 4. A woman with 7 children and 3 grandchildren. She did not like the apartments are all individual apartments and not just one big house. She wanted us to make alterations or go down about $50,000 so she can do it herself. For example, she explained we must rip out the kitchens to make room for more bedrooms, and we should remove paving stones in the parking lot to make room for a lawn. Choosing beggar number 5 was the worst by far. He wanted to pay, wait for it, 25% of the asking price. Why? Because this is how much the land is worth. He doesn't want the house, just the land it's built on. Choosing beggar 6. Tried to talk us into a co-investment where we give her the house for half the price and get rent for 2 of the apartments for the time she lives there. It's not even funny anymore. They just waste our time, and some even harassed us because we did not want to negotiate with them. We had a lot of nice people there too, but The choosing beggar idiots we had just took so much of our time and nerves. I can understand that people want to save money and we're willing to go down a bit, but come on. 50% down? 75% down? I don't think such a strategy will ever work. That is... She had to deal with 6 different choosing beggars, and those are only the best stories, so there were more. How do you encounter so many in one life? I would never want to get into real estate. Like, never. I don't trust them either. I don't trust any of those real estate agents. Choosing beggar wants volunteer to rake her family's yard, unwilling to wait even a few hours for a response. Posted by user Def Drago. I am a sponsor of a service organization at the school I teach at. We get many requests for help from organizations and families. I received an email yesterday at 4:45 p.m., 2 hours after school is over, asking for volunteers to go rake an elderly family's lawn. I, obviously, didn't see the request until this morning and planned to send out the volunteer opportunity to my students during my prep hour. At the start of my prep hour, I got a forwarded email from our secretary from the same woman, complaining that she called several times last night. Not sure why she thought people would be at a high school to answer the phone at night, and that none of the 6 teachers she emailed had gotten back to her promptly. She even went on to say that it was pointless to have volunteer organizations if we can't get people out to help immediately. Apparently, I was supposed to have the kids skip school to go rake leaves. She finished the email with a complaint about kids these days needing to do more labor to build their character. TLDR, this choosing beggar seems to think I'm running an emergency response unit out of the high school and is pissed that her free labor isn't done quickly enough. Ugh. What? Come on. Why would you expect to think that there would be people working at a high school at night? And yeah, like, also, why would they be skipping school to rake leaves? They gotta learn their shit too, man. Oh god, it's getting brutal out there, my dudes. And the last story of the day is called Nutz or Nuthin, posted by user Morbido. My wife loves to bake, and she's good at it. Like, legendary good. When people at work find out Mrs. M has fired up the oven and the drool could drown out a bonfire. Now, we have some people at work who will try and get more than their fair share, and I kinda understand that, but this chick takes the cake. Pun intended. I'll call her Kate. I'm me, obviously. Off we go. The wife made a variety of bundt cakes, 3 different types. 1 chocolate, 1 vanilla, and 1 pistachio with walnuts. She cuts them up and puts them on a tray. I bring them into work and send out an office-wide blast telling everyone they are there. It was, as usual, very much akin to the stampede scene in The Lion King. After the rush, up comes Kate. Kate. Is this all she made? Me. Nope. The tray was full, but you missed the rush. Kate. I was in a meeting. What kind were there? I told her. Kate. The pistachio with nuts are my favorite. Why didn't you save some for me? Me. Sorry, but I didn't even know you were here. Besides, first come, first serve, like always. Besides, there's still some vanilla and chocolate left. Kate. But that's not fair. I shouldn't have to suffer for being in a meeting. Did you get any of the pistachio? Me. Well, yeah, I'm saving a piece for my break. Kate. Okay, I'll have that piece. Me. No, that's for me. I brought them in. Kate. Yeah, you brought them in for the office. The people in the office should get to choose first, and you can have what's left. That's how it works. Me. You can have a piece of the chocolate or the vanilla. I'm not giving you mine. Kate. I'll tell HR on you. Me. Go ahead. As we are having this little exchange, people keep walking up and taking the rest of the slices until there's only a vanilla left. Me. Kate, do you want the last piece? Kate. No, I want the one with nuts. Give it to me. Me. At the last shred of my patience. Kate. No. For the last time, no. Kate. I'm going to HR. And she did. They laughed her out of their office, of course. However, that's the story, boys and girls, and whichever, of how I stopped bringing in baked goods to the office and how Kate became the office pariah. Oh, what the fuck? This is what happens when you give a medal to everyone for participation. Oh, no. Like, Kate, come on, bitch. Like, you know, he brought them in. He should get first pick of whatever he wants. Like, you bring in chocolatey goodness and dude, I don't even care if I get a little tiny sliver. If you share that with me, I'm gonna be grateful. Fuck. Bitches. Fucking bitches. I'm not actually angry. I'm giggly today. I don't know why. Haven't got called for a job interview yet today, but I applied to a whole bunch of places yesterday. So fingers crossed. I'm not given up yet. All right, my dudes, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that motherfucking like button, please. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Just tickle it a little bit. It likes it, I promise you. It will never say no to you. As always, the links to these stories will be in the description, so head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes. You know they deserve it. And while you're in the enchanted land of Reddit, head on over to r/RedditFairy and submit your stories, my dudes, because you never know. They just might show up in the next episode. And if I've still got your attention, let me know down in the comments what kind of video you guys want to see for Halloween. Until next time, stay spooky, my dudes.